well without Sam. Is there a danger that she might disrupt things, or is she so world class?
Are you serious?
Throw her straight in.
Are you serious? We're talking about the best number 9 in the world. It doesn't matter, you know, with all due respect to whoever's playing up front. You know, Sam Kerr's fit, she plays. And if I was a manager, she plays. You know, they've done brilliantly to get themselves into this situation because they know that at some stage, Sam Kerr's going to be fit and she's coming straight into the team. This team know that. This team want that because they know that if it gets to a stage where it's on the line, she's going to deliver. So, no, you know what I mean? It's not even, I can't even get into the realms of that question.
Can I touch on Cam?
Well, she seemed all right last night when she came on. Obviously, everybody would have been looking at her. Calves are very, very, they're really hard. It's like, you know, worse than hamstrings, I'd say, because the muscle's so much smaller and there's so much power's got to go through there, so much weight's got to go through there. So I saw her do a couple of moves yesterday, what made me think, yeah, she looks like she's okay. Because I hadn't seen her warm up to this point, you know, I didn't see her take off anything. So you're thinking, well, how far down the line is she? So I thought it was really good to see her get a couple of minutes, and the minutes she got, there was a time where she kind of went down in the box, and we didn't know what happened to her, but she fell awkwardly. And I think everybody was a little bit nervous, but she got up and she ran away again. So it's fine. You're hoping that she's fine now, because if you wanted to time it where you can get your team to this level, and then you can bring in a world-class striker, half-chance taker, then it's working out perfectly for Australia at the minute with Matildas.
Ian, they play.
Well, she's 21. You know what I mean? She's somebody that, you know, in her career, you know, she's at Man United. She didn't play for a while. She went to Chelsea and she had over a year getting herself right, getting her body right, getting her tactics, getting the understanding of the game right. She's a young player with an amazing amount of ability, which we saw up to this point. We've seen in the WSL and we've seen for England. What we saw yesterday was a game where, you know, her ability was tested. She came up against a very, very good and resolute Nigeria side. And you know, she didn't have the answers for them, and like I've witnessed it myself, and I've been a part of that kind of like situation when I got into the game. You get frustrated because all of a sudden you don't know what to do, and you know what I mean. And she's, like I say, she's very young, and you know she wasn't malicious in what she done, but it was very naive what she done, and she was rightly sent off for it. But at the same time, you know, she will learn from that. She will learn that a player of her caliber and her ability, she will get special attention. So what she's learned, and it's a very harsh lesson she's going to learn with what's going to happen to her from now until, because it's so polarizing in the World Cup. The whole world has seen that. So that's going to build her. That's going to build her character. I know the managers she's got around her. I know the family she's got around her. She will be okay. She knows she's made a mistake and she'll come back from it. You know, and what I was pleased about is the way that England kind of rallied themselves around and in the end got it done. But from Lauren's respect and from Lauren's point of view, you know, it's a very tough lesson she's going to learn there. Well, I think that when you get a situation where two players know each other that well, they played with each other in that situation, you're going to get a natural bond that's going to help your team. You know, it's there. And then when you, like I say, you put together Cooney Cross, you know, Gorry, you know, I think you know, Caitlin Wrightley is getting a lot of the plaudits, but I think it's been a brilliant team effort. You know, Ellie Carpenter's been magnificent, like she always is. You know, so I don't know. You know, it does help to have the familiarity, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, yeah, they are. Yeah, they're getting a lot of that experience, a lot of European experience. You know, you're looking at someone like Ellie Carpenter. You know, when Lucy Bronze left Lyon, Ellie Carpenter at 21 went straight in, and we're talking about Lucy Bronze, like a Ballon d'Or world player of the year. Ellie Carpenter went straight in and just carried, and it was like seamless for them. That's the caliber of what we're talking about. So, you know, like I said, I don't know what more to say about the capabilities of the Australian side. And now that Sam Kerr's back, you have to say that the way they're playing with the crowd and the way the crowd are obviously so much behind them, 75,000 again last night. You have to say that they're one of the favourites to win the tournament.
In terms of the tournament, reaction to this tournament?
No, I'm not blown away by it, because I know that around the world, the football, the women community, the football is just growing. You know, I knew for a fact, even before the broadcasters, all the broadcasters in Europe were so negative about taking up the what's the word I'm looking for?
The rights.
The rights, taking up the rights. And I'm quite pleased that in the end, you know, it's like one of the most attended, one of the most watched, you know, and it's embarrassed them really, because like I believe that the women's game is, it's like a new startup business. It needs investment. It needs to be given time. And I would like to have seen the broadcasters put that money in and give it the investment that it needs, because what we're seeing now is, like we're saying, record attendances, viewing figures. You know, the girls have delivered, and I'm really pleased about that. I'm really pleased for them, because unfortunately for the women in the women's game, they have to fight for everything. We're seeing that with some of the girls with the federations, even with England, you know, having to fight for their bonuses. You've seen with Nigeria, you've seen with Jamaica, have to go fund themselves. Seems to me like for some reason the women's game, the girls, all they want to do is play football, but they're always fighting for something. We saw it with the USA, now we're seeing it with different countries. So unfortunately the ladies continually have to fight for something, but the game, I believe, will come out on top simply because what we're seeing quality players coming through and doing their stuff. And that's what it comes down to. The product is there for everyone to see, and it's only going to get better. With better coaching, with more infrastructure, with more monies blasted into the women's game, it's only going to get better.
You mentioned